Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bronwyn and I am a skincare specialist by trade with 8+ years of career experience and experience here on YouTube. Make sure you're checking me out on my Instagram and other social media platforms linked in the description box down below to catch the kind of content that you're just not going to see here. I do skincare related videos such as tips, tricks, tutorials, and of course fashion styling content, hair content, makeup tutorials, and much more. So definitely give me a subscribe with the notification bell turned on to see more. Today's video is all about my gua sha, and it's not just about me. No, it's also about why you should be doing gua sha as well. Now, gua sha is actually super trendy this year, which is kind of funny as someone who's always been working in the Korean and Asian skincare realm for 8+ years, because gua sha is ancient. It's been around for centuries. It's a very ancient traditional Chinese technique that's been adopted by other Asian cultures, and it has now in 2020 to 2021 finally been globally adopted into the Western skincare world. Why did it take us so long? So what exactly is gua sha? Gua sha is a form of facial massaging techniques and patterns and methods that use tools. You can use things like spoons, you can use jade crystals, whatever you called, and they generally have a curved style. So a lot of traditional gua sha was actually used with things like soup spoons and other spoons, but then specific devices were made for it that were more gentle on the skin, curved, and less abrasive. So you'll see many skincare brands sell tools like these. Mine is not jade, mine's just a standard quartz. You can even get steel, stainless steel ones, you can get gold ones, you can get all sorts of forms of gua sha in this day and age. Now, what does gua sha do for our skin? So the method of doing facial massage with tools such as this is that it's supposed to stimulate and work out your skin to a degree to stimulate skin tightening. So you're doing methods that kind of fight against the effects of daily gravity. So you're generally going to be pulling your skin, well, not pulling, but massaging your skin in methods that go against the direction that gravity would have on your face that pulls it downwards. Not only does this help tighten the skin because you're massaging it and stimulating that blood flow, but it also works out the muscles to a degree that can have somewhat long-term effects on toning the face. Gua sha is popular in traditional Chinese medicine and other cultures for its benefit to kind of tone the skin and also help with detoxification, specifically in lymphatic drainage. And lymphatic drainage can be apparent on our entire bodies, but there are a lot of lymph nodes in our face. You have lymph nodes along the smile lines here. We have lymph nodes underneath our cheekbones. I think we have lymph nodes here. Correct me if I'm wrong. We have lymph nodes along our jaw, and we have lymph nodes in our ears, behind our ears, and around this portion of our neck as well. And you may be wondering, like, what exactly are lymph nodes? Lymph nodes are essentially glands within our body and our face that store and work through toxins in our body. They're kind of like our filtration system before we get to our liver. Lymph nodes in the medical industry are actually ways that people can kind of see and get clues if something is wrong with your body. If you have swollen lymph nodes, then that is a great way of understanding maybe you have an infection somewhere in that general area of the lymph node, because the lymph node is trying to manage that. So what exactly are the benefits of lymph node drainage in conjunction with gua sha? Lymph node drainage is a great way to help flush the body of toxins. So if you feel like you wake up in the morning and your face is puffy, it's swollen, by doing gua sha that targets your lymph node areas, you're actually going to help flush that swelling out of your face and kind of stimulate your lymphatic system to start draining itself and doing its daily filtration. So there are so many benefits to gua sha. Not only does it tone and tighten our skin and help work out our facial muscles that don't always get worked out, it also has deswelling and detoxification properties due to stimulating the drainage of our lymphatic drainage that we naturally do. So the main reasons that I do gua sha, I try to do it every single day in the morning when I wake up, is because I always wake up with a swollen face. I always have have swollen lips, my nose is swollen, and my cheeks are always swollen. By doing gua sha first thing in the morning, I'm able to stimulate my lymphatic drainage for the day and also pull and push that swelling out of my face so it gets flushed out through my body throughout the day. Not only is that great, I also like doing it for toning and slimming my face as much as I possibly can without cosmetic procedures. I always generally target on doing my gua sha in the form of V-line lifting because that is where I see the most swelling when I wake up in the morning. So I push and pull along my jawline, and you'll notice while you're doing gua sha, you're supposed to apply pressure. And when you go along the face, you'll notice sometimes you hear a popping sound or like kind of crackling, and you'll feel somewhat like lumps and resistance, and that is tight muscles and your lymph nodes. So doing gua sha helps to loosen those tight muscles, to relax the face, and to also de-swell and lymphatic drainage. Now, I do have some makeup on right now, so I'm not going to show you a full gua sha method that I do with actual full application because I get really red in the face when I do it. When doing gua sha at home, you will notice you will get very red, and it's important not to do it too firmly as you might bruise yourself, which I've done before in the past as well. So the first step to doing gua sha is to make sure you slick your face up well. Essentially, you do not want to be pulling and tugging at your skin. You want your gua sha to glide smoothly over your skin without any kind of resistance. For that, there's 2 oils I've recently been using. You can use any facial oil. I just have and prefer using these ones at the moment. One is my Physicians Formula Organic Wear Bright Booster Oil Elixir. This is an amazing underappreciated facial oil for the skin. It's really loaded with awesome oils. Jojoba oil, argan oil, rhodiola extract, which is an amazing powerful antioxidant for the skin. It has lavender oil in there, so if that's of concern to you, watch out. For me, lavender oil doesn't bother my skin. And it also has rosemary extract, which is great at stimulating the skin as well. And when applied on the scalp, it can actually potentially stimulate hair growth, but not on your face, don't worry. If I'm not using the Physicians Formula one, I have been recently loving the Antipods Divine Facial Oil, Rosehip and Avocado Oil facial oil. It's not as jam-packed as the Physicians Formula one, but it does the trick. This oil is great for people who have oily skin types and normal skin types as it's lightweight and not too heavy. So what I will do is I will take a generous amount of oil and apply it to my face. Generally, I will take a full dropper into the palms of my hands and apply it all over my face, avoiding my eye area, but I do put it in my eyebrows. Then I will take another full dropper if needed and make sure I get my entire neck oiled up as well, because we are going to be pulling the gua sha down our neck. For gua sha, once you're all oiled up, I personally always love starting with the jawline as it's my main problem area for lymphatic drainage and skin tightening. What I will do is I will take the curved side of the gua sha and starting almost at the middle of my chin, I will pull and follow along. Remember, you want to be pushing firmly, so you'll notice pushing into my skin. I generally go with that much pressure, enough so that when I'm going over that jawbone, I can feel when I'm going over the bumps of my facial muscles. And what I usually do while I pull it up is I have my master muscle here, which generally can be quite tight on me as I clench my jaw. When I get over the master muscle, sometimes I'll just stop and press on it to help relieve the tension from that muscle, which helps a lot to not only slim the face, but also reduce tension headaches and teeth clenching and grinding. So I'll stop there, press firmly to loosen that muscle, and then get back to my regular pressure, pull up, and stop right at the ear. Right where your ear connects to your jaw, you'll feel a little bit of a divot, and press there. You can also wiggle to help stimulate the lymph nodes that sit right before the ear to stimulate drainage. Once you get there, rotate and pull with the same pressure down your neck. This is also why you need to make sure you use a lot of oil on your neck, because I have gotten bruises on this neck, which makes it look like I have hickeys, and I don't have hickeys. It's from my gua sha. So just pulling down. I don't have makeup on my neck. You'll see me getting red. I have really sensitive skin, so any kind of touch on my skin or pressure or friction causes me to get red and flushed. So I'll do that for maybe 3 minutes until I feel like I'm tired of it. I don't necessarily time myself, I just keep going with that same pressure over that area until I feel like my muscles have relaxed a little, and when I look in the mirror I feel like I'm a little less swollen. So copying that pressure, wiggle down, up, wiggle down, but sometimes firmly hold on that master muscle to reduce tension. Once I'm done with that side, I'll do the exact same thing to the opposite side. So starting there, up, stop, pressure, ear, wiggle down the neck for the lymphatic drainage. You can also go along this side and also bring it up behind the ear. So ear, wiggle, and instead of going directly down, you can go behind the ear to target those lymph nodes there and continue your drainage that way. So I do that again for maybe 3 minutes until I feel like I'm toned and loosened up for the day. You can also go over the lips. So if you get swelling in the lips in the morning, you can also do the same thing and pull in an outwards motion on both sides to drain any swelling that you may have out of the face and the lips. Another method that I like to do, taking the curved side once again, you can actually target and release tightness from the muscle, the tendon that connects the jaw to the cheekbone. When this muscle is tight, apparently it can cause the face to start to look like it's sagging because of that tension pulling downwards towards the jaw. So apparently what you can do is you can just hold your gua sha right under your cheekbone. You'll notice you'll get a ridge because that's where your cheekbone is, and you can press firmly to reduce tension in that area. You can also take that same curved side, or you can take the nibs and do that as well and hold firm right under that cheekbone to release tension. Another de-swelling and toning method you can do is just pulling straight out along the entire cheek, applying whatever amount of pressure you're comfortable with at this part. For me, I don't like to push too firmly, not as firmly as this area because I am more prone to bruising around my eye area. So I like to go a little bit more gently to not push too firmly there and just kind of pull outwards, outwards, outwards for a de-swelling and toning appearance. The next gua sha method I like to do is sometimes I like to go under the eye ever so gently. I still apply pressure because I have that oil, so I'm not going to have too much friction or tugging, but not nearly as much pressure as what I was doing before, and just under the eyes to help drain and tighten that area as well, all the way up into that hairline. Of course, I do the same thing for every single side of my face. My other favorite gua sha method to do is the eyebrow area, and this helps relieve tension and tightness that you get from too much time at the computer, straining your eyes, and overall just thinking and being stressed out. What I do is, once again with the curved side, is I like to just follow right along my eyebrow from right in the middle of my nose bridge area and just firmly pull right along that brow bone. With this area, you'll know there's tension in your eyes. When you're pushing and pulling over your eyebrow, you feel, again, that same crackling and popping sound that you got with the jaw. That means that you do have a lot of tension in that area that does need to be loosened, and also lymphatic drainage. So I love going over my eyebrows because not only does that help with that area to loosen it, it also helps to make your eyes look more awake as they're not going to be pulled down from that tension. Of course, I do that for both sides of my face until I feel satisfied. You can also pull it all the way out for a proper gua sha technique to the hairline. And that's it. There are a lot of methods to gua sha as well. Some people like to do the forehead, so with the inner curved side, pulling up to lift the face, essentially from the brow bone up with a little bit of pressure, as much as you're comfortable with. Of course, making sure you're well oiled. If at any point you're doing this and you notice your skin resisting, it's time to apply more oil. You don't want any tugging or resistance. Another one I like to do when I'm really feeling tired or eye strain is taking this shorter nib and kind of going around the eyebrow to help release tension in my eyes as well. Although I'm a skincare specialist, I am not a professional in traditional Chinese medicine or massaging techniques. These are just the gua sha techniques that I've picked up over the years and have been practicing every single day as of the past half a year, and have really been enjoying and feel like work for me. If you want to get more deeper into gua sha and discover more techniques that might benefit you better, then definitely look it up on Google, find someone who is a professional in gua sha. I'm not a professional, I'm not trained in it. These are just the methods and techniques I have been adopting in my routine and really find have been working for me to help my lymphatic drainage, help reduce swelling in the morning, and also give me more of a defined look throughout the day. If you guys like this kind of video, make sure to thumbs it up. If you found it interesting at all, thumbs it up. And of course, comment down below if you've been using gua sha in your routine, or if you learned anything here today. Definitely let me know. And if you feel like you've seen results from your gua sha techniques you've been doing, I'd be really curious to find out what you guys feel is working for you. Of course, remember to subscribe with that notification bell turned on, or else YouTube will not be so kind to let you guys know when I upload videos. Honestly, YouTube doesn't like me. A lot of my subscribers don't even know when I upload, as I'm not going to be in your recommended or your subscription feed half the time. So make sure you hit that notification bell so that YouTube actually lets you know in a not aggressive way when I upload, with notifications sent directly to your phone so that you can be the first to check out my video right when it goes live. And if you're not following me on my social medias, definitely find me on my Instagram. I'm there every single day. You can stay up to date with what I'm getting up to on the day-to-day in my stories, and also see the kind of content posted that you're just not going to see here. You can also catch me on TikTok uploading really short, quick, and quirky skincare tips and fashion tips and whatever else beauty related. And you can catch me live on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Toronto Eastern Standard Time, chatting with you guys, hanging out, and playing the occasional video game. You can find all my links to my social media channels in the description box below, so don't be shy, definitely check that out. And of course, make sure you check me out on my vlogging channel if you like watching weekly vlogs of life and what people get up to on the day-to-day. I share what I'm getting up to every single day, what I'm doing with my house, how I feel, and of course, going around and living in Toronto. You can also catch my old Tokyo, Japan vlogs from when I lived in Japan, my Seoul, South Korea vlogs when I lived there, and also my old Australia vlogs when I used to live in Melbourne, Australia. So definitely check that out if you're interested, always linked below, and I will catch you guys next week for a new video. Bye!